Some stuff I have been playing during the month of December 2024. Let's start with this album by Blind Petition. Cool, like traditional heavy metal. Actually, I listened to these two albums by the band. I think they were from Austria, if I'm not mistaken, because I always confuse them with Switzerland. But I think they were from Austria. Yes, from Austria. Actually, a legendary band, Blind Petition. In the background, you are listening to Eyes in the Night by the Canadian band Striker. I don't know if you can hear it. In 2010. Great traditional heavy metal. Running Wells with Resilient. A maxi single by Dio. Samson. And there it is. So just an EP with a few songs on it. With Mick White on vocals. I mean, I love Paul Samson and Samson, of course. Power Slave, 40th anniversary album. It came out in '84, of course, like you all know. Some French metal or hard rock, let's say. Trust. This is a cool EP. Exciter from '88, I guess it was. Yes, on Maze Music. I always liked this album. Of course, we had a different vocalist here. Dan Bieler. He was playing more the drums. That's why they got Rob Malnati. That's actually, I think it's him actually. Yeah. Anyway. Cobra. They had a member from Survivor, and of course, the Survivor guy. And then we had also the guy from Krokus. Manny was in there. Talking about Krokus, here we have a solo album by the guitar player of Krokus, Chris van Roer. Hammer and Tongue, quite a good record to be honest, this one. Really surprising how good this album is actually. I really like it. Cat Scratch Fever, of course, we all know it's a Ted Nugent cover song. And just a magazine from 2004, I think, around that time I read. Fiona debut album, a little bit different cover, than came out in the US. I think this is the cover of Japan and Europe only, if I'm not mistaken. More Trust with the album Savage. Noise Hunter, Too Young to Die. This was the last album they made during the 80s. This was the last of the first albums. Traditional heavy metal. Really cool stuff. It's not my favorite album by the band, but still, it's a little more melodic than some of the earlier albums. So you can see they cleaned up their image a little bit. Like so many bands did later on, in their career. Satrox with Heaven Sent. Hard and Heavy. An Aardschok magazine from Holland from 2020, I was reading. Compilation. Some incredible great albums on it. Some misspelled names too, like you can see. But it's always great. Compilation with picture on it. And Tokyo Blade can never be bad. More Samson here. Joint Forces. It's actually Paul Samson. It came out under Paul Samson. And here we have a nice soundtrack. With Journey, Dio, Foreigner, Sammy Hagar. Also watched this VHS by Halloween from the 90s. High Life. Celtic Frost from the late 80s. The Cold Lake Tour. A few movies I've been watching too. Some 007. Yes. And Los Centinelas. This is actually a cult movie. Yes, the girl actually in here, she became a Bond girl. She was Actually, in that movie, Licencia para Matar, the girl in that movie, the Bond girl, it's actually her. See? Okay, let's go to some few CDs I've been playing. Creator, Renewal. I really like the start of this album with Winter Martyrium and Renewal. Two great songs. I always like those songs. Europe After the Rain was good too. But nowadays I like this album a lot more than when it was released. I didn't like, the vocalist sounding, how the way he was singing. But now I'm used to it, and I accept this album. It's not so bad. Another album I like more now is Balls to Picasso by Bruce Dickinson. I like it a lot more now than before. Saratoga con Tributo. The band Saratoga. Still with 4-2 in the band from Obus. It's a album full of cover songs by a lot of bands like Banzai, Santa, Panther. They did a great tribute to hard rock music from the 80s. Dragon Slayer, Spanish band, Noches de Tormenta, power metal from the early 2000s. Here we have Veto and No Trouble, two bands. Both bands were really good, especially Veto, but No Trouble is good too in my opinion. There's another movie we watched with my wife and my daughter. It's from the 2006 era, I guess it's around that time. Very influenced by Hitchcock, the story, but really cool. Accept Stalingrad I played. Always great to play this Mike Tornillo era Accept. And this is no exception. Just a great album, Stalingrad. Killswitch Engage with Disarm the Descent. Powerful thrash metalcore album. It's more thrash than metalcore, that's why I like it. Same with this one by Trivium. A lot of great songs. Shogun. This is my favorite album by Trivium. I really like this album very, very much. Some Medieval Steel. The Dungeons Tapes. It's great epic stuff here. Heavy metal, power metal. Great, directly from the 80s. Amazing compilation with old recordings, the EP, and then some demo recordings. I watched again Fantasy Island. Love this movie. Really, really good. Black Sabbath with the Hellish Cross. Tony Martin era. Def Leppard, Drastic Symphonies. Great also because it's like a lot of great songs by the band done a little different, adding some things, taking some out some things, some symphonic and orchestral stuff added to it, makes the songs really interesting and different, and that's cool about this release. Welcome to Hell by Venom, of course, it's a killer release. This edition has some bonus tracks on it. Overkill, Under the Influence. It's, what can I say about this album? Oh, the record finished. Right. 7th Avenue, Between the Worlds, and Tales of Tales. That's my favorite 7th Avenue album. If you like Blind Guardian and what's the name of this other band? Anyway, I don't remember the name of the other band now. Oh yeah. Let me see. Stupid, I forgot it. It's a band started with a C. Maybe I can find it. I can see it because it's a really Koestart. Koestart. I have a few releases by Koestart. I'm gonna take this record. It's finished now. Now I'm gonna listen to this album by Aerosmith. you know, when they came back, you know, like the original lineup. I'm gonna play that a little bit on CD right now. That's quite cool. You know, I mean, I never really show so much of my room, but you can see a little bit here. You know, this is where I normally sit down here. You can see here a little bit, you know, part of my collection like this. You know, it's like, see, like movies. These are all movies. These are all VHS tapes from heavy metal, hard rock bands. Some more soundtrack stuff. Some Arnold Schwarzenegger movies. Sylvester Stallone. Here I got some DVDs. Here I have some singles. 7-inch singles I have here. See? Legendary Band, of course. Here, Heavy Petting. All singles that I should show a little more in the future. I mean, all the Spanish band Mazo. Really should show this a little more in the future, but I will. Also got some singles down there. Some more movies here. This is my desk. You can see my desk. Here you got some more LPs. Some posters here and stuff. Also that my daughter made. See, you can see it all here. Here you got some tapes. Here's some more movies. Here's some more movies too. You see here. Some Blu-rays up here. It goes to the ceiling, everything. It's quite a lot of material here. But I don't really can buy much more. I mean, I should not buy much more. Of course, I always sell stuff too. That's why stuff I don't really play, you know, I get rid of it. And of that money, I buy other stuff. Because if not, it's just not possible to get more things, you know, like. Yeah, so I got a lot of tapes here. You know, it's more of a black thrash metal and black metal demos and stuff. And here, I also got a lot here. See a lot of different editions of Kiss. This is all Kiss stuff I have. There's all this cabinet is dedicated to Kiss. And also magazines, you know, on different years. Released different years. Here's why it's all. This is my CD wall. You see here. And here's a beautiful Kiss flag actually that I see. You can see here. I love this Kiss flag. See here, I got stuff. Here I was showing what I was doing today. This week or last 2 weeks I was listening. I already showed that stuff. Now I can file everything away. Here we have Bruce Dickinson with his beautiful Oxos. See? And here we have, of course, he always had to be here. See? It's always cool to see Freddie. And here I have some Kiss stuff. Some more posters. Yes, it's nice. I love this room. Of course, I love it. Because I really have everything done alphabetic order. It's the cool thing about it. And I think that's everything I want to show now. You see outside. Alright. Alright. Stay metal, everybody.